is AfriCell 2.
Hey, hey!
AfriCell introduces the new AfriCell series, the number 2.
Welcoming the number 2 to the AfriCell family.
From now on, the AfriCell lines will not only start with the number 7, but also with the number 2.
Get a new AfriCell SIM card now that starts with the number 2.
So now I can get an AfriCell number that starts with the number 2?
Yes, and when you receive a call from a number starting with the number 2, it's one of the new AfriCell lines calling you. My mobile number is 2, and
we are AfriCell 2!
Welcome back to the news. The former South African Foreign Minister has been elected chair of the African Union Commission. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma's election ends a 6-month impasse over the AU Commission top job. The former South African Foreign Minister succeeds defeated Gabonese holder of the position, Jean Ping. The South African becomes the first female holder of the position at the African Union Commission. We have details in this report.
There was much emotion at the African Union Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia on Sunday. After a long struggle, South African Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma was elected to head the African Union Commission. She defeated incumbent Jean Ping of Gabon in a closely fought election that lasted over several rounds. Her victory ends a 6-month impasse over the job, bringing a sigh of relief.
We are all happy. Now the President of the African Union Commission, Mrs. Zuma, will now take charge of this institution, and it will now be operational.
Here's Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma alongside her ex-husband, South African President Jacob Zuma, who she divorced in 1998. Dlamini Zuma went into exile in Britain in the 70s. There she attended university and helped organize the anti-apartheid movement from abroad. She is a doctor by training but served in former President Thabo Mbeki's government as Minister of Foreign Affairs for 10 years. And she was Interior Minister under Jacob Zuma. She has a very direct style and a stern personality. But she has a sense of humor, as one can see in this press conference just before the election.
South Africa is not going to move to Addis to come and run the African Union. It's going to be Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, if I win, who will come here, not South Africa.
This is the first time that a woman has occupied the African Union's top job. It is also the first time that someone from the Southern African region will be at the head of the Commission since the AU was created 10 years ago.
Ellen, Madam President, your comment, please.
Trade unions are up in arms with the Congolese government following the introduction of new banknotes. Many civil servants fear the circulation of the new banknotes will trigger another bout of inflation. Authorities have meanwhile continued distributing high quantities of the new notes in major cities across the country. For more on that development, we turn to CFI in this report.
The Congolese Central Bank has recently introduced new high-denomination banknotes. There are now bills of 1,000, 5,000 and 10,000 Congolese francs. They are progressively being made available in large cities in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The Congolese Central Bank says that the new notes will facilitate transactions.
10 million Congolese francs in bills of 50, 100 or 500. That means having whole sacks of money.
Previously, people needed large sacks of money just to pay some bills. As a result, most Congolese used US dollars in their transactions. The government now hopes the new notes will get people to use the national currency.
The highest denomination banknote we've had so far of 500 Congolese francs represents less than $1, around 60 cents. So even with the highest denomination bill, we can't make a transaction equivalent to $1, which has marginalized the Congolese franc.
However, civil servants are worried about the new bills. The value of the notes may increase, but not their salaries. Trade unions organized a demonstration march.
These miserable salaries that we're paid, civil servants no longer want these low wages. And now with these new banknotes, our limited purchasing power will drop even more.
Civil servants may be right to fear inflation with the new bills. So far, anytime higher denomination banknotes have been introduced into the DRC's economy, prices have gone up.
North Korea's powerful army chief of staff has been reportedly sacked by a new leader, Kim Jong-un. A statement on the communist country's state-owned TV says Lee Young-hoo left his post due to ill health. The 69-year-old army chief has been a key member of former leader Kim Jong-il's inner circle. We have more on that in this report.
Could this be a sign of change in North Korea? Kim Jong-un, leader of the most isolated country in the world, has just dismissed his army chief of staff, Ri Yong-ho, age 69. Seen here to the right of the young leader, the army chief officially left for health reasons. The announcement went out on North Korean television.
회의에서는 이영호 동지를 신병 관계로
Ri Yong-ho was considered to be a key member of the regime. Close to Kim Jong-il, he worked on the handing over of power to his son following Kim Jong-il's death last December. His departure surprised Asian analysts, especially neighboring South Koreans.
That this was announced by North Korea so quickly is very unusual. We are following the situation closely.
A number of analysts are questioning the official version. They say that new leader Kim Jong-un may be seeking to reduce the power of the military, but the signals being sent are contradictory. North Korea continues to threaten South Korea and is carrying out weapons testing.
Well, time now to take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at sports. Stay tuned in.
Discover the smiling coast of Africa.
Welcome back. Didier Drogba has flown into China to start the next stage of his playing career. The former Chelsea star scored the winning penalty in the Champions League final a couple of months ago. As CNN's Stan Grant reports from Shanghai, he is now facing a very different challenge.
Didier, hi, Stan Grant from CNN. Welcome to China. Are you looking forward to playing here? Yeah, have a good day. Well, Didier Drogba has now arrived here. Of course, the real question is, what is he being paid? A lot of the speculation says $300,000 a week.
Now let's warmly welcome Didier Drogba!
Oh yes, it takes a lot to lure a name like Didier Drogba. But the Ivory Coast star insists the big bucks are not his motivation.
The money is not really what is the most important thing, because everybody knows that I give a lot of my money to my foundation. All my sponsors deal, most of them I give them to my foundations.
His foundation assists African education and health. It has him hailed by Time magazine as one of the world's 100 most influential people. But it is on the field where he is best known. With football giant Chelsea, Drogba has won 3 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cup crowns, and scored the winning goal in this year's UEFA Champions League. So why come to China?
For me, it was also a big challenge, because it could have been easy for me to stay in Europe and go to another team, another big team. But I want to achieve this challenge, so that's why I decided to come here.
There are cultural and language barriers.
Ni hao.
Hello is all the Chinese Drogba knows, but his reputation speaks for him. He arrived in Shanghai to a crush of media and eager fans. Drogba's signing to Shanghai Shenhua presents China as an emerging sporting superpower where money talks.